G'day, it's Ashcroft here and I'm with the Baseline boys today. Come with me as I take you through a day in my life. Over here in the Dunedin boys, being out here on the board.
So you know what we do? The shoulder farmer press? Yeah.
One of the guidance now to the Lions guys, so that's sort of my weight program. I'm doing a lot more leg stuff, so more power and a bit of a heavier load through my legs. It was probably more throughout the season just recovering and doing upper body and not as much stuff through my legs. So that's sort of where the progression's been made.
Yeah, do this thing, Ash. 6 foot, set, lie down the ground, and then go. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, the challenge, the physicality. I think I had a little taste of it this year in the VFL, which was nice, but yeah, obviously it's going to go to another level of the AFL, so yeah, really embracing that. Probably when I got to Melbourne, like seriously at 15, didn't do really heavy stuff, but sort of building the principles and the foundations with it, and then sort of building from there.
You guys know do this yet?
Nope. Power.
Yeah, power, so it's close grip too, you don't want it too far. Slow on the way down, like that. Get your feet nice and back, and then slow the way down.
Yeah, just seek out your coaches and the S&C. Like, there's a lot of good people around who know what they're talking about and have the guidance for you, especially at 15. Lifting, you've got to make sure you get it right and so you're not getting injured and utilising it to the best of your ability. So yeah, just utilising your resources and the staff around you so you're doing it the best you can.
Let's go back to obviously when you were a kid. So what were your goals and kind of dreams that have set you up to be where you are now?
Yeah, I always wanted to play AFL. That was first and foremost. Always wanted to do that. Also, I was always really keen on other sports as well. So I played rugby union at All Saints on the Gold Coast, like athletics, swimming, probably others I'm forgetting, but I loved playing all sports and was really driven by all of them, and that was driven mainly by mum in the family. She was always, and dad, but I think mum was always pretty keen for us to try and do the best we could in all sports. I always wanted to play footy, but I always had other options open and was really keen on playing those sort of sports to the best of my ability as well, and training and dedicating myself to them as well. Obviously there's a time when you get a bit older where you can't do everything and do everything to such a high level. But yeah, those goals were always in place right up until I sort of had to make a decision to move solely towards footy. And even last year though, I still had goals surrounding, I was a swimming captain for Brighton Grammar, so I still had goals there with leadership and outside of footy. So I was pretty dedicated with school, I'd say. It was pretty challenging through COVID, but that sort of links back to Wash, that life balance. Like, you can't have all your eggs in one basket just with football or whatever sport you play. You've got to have a vast variety of other things that you got going in your life. So yeah, I was trying to do my best at school as well. Yeah, so the AFL touch, the two we already have there.
Yep.
And that.
Yep.
The three. Yeah, so I guess I sort of developed Wash to give guys and girls an opportunity to just get the exposure and the knowledge that they need potentially to move them on to bigger and better things. So when I was a bit younger, I sort of saw how privileged I was in the position with Dad and his footy journey, and then the access I had through the Gold Coast Suns and using their facility and the programs I was in there. So sort of thought that it would be pretty cool to pass on information one day when I sort of got into the position I'm in now to the younger generation, to inspire them and give them the knowledge and the opportunity to progress. Just came from the gym, had a great meeting with Al here talking about the documentary and Wash performance. Now we're about to head off to RSA Park to do a little interview promoting Wash. RSA Park now, so we're just waiting on Dylan, who's works in the Sydney Dragons media team. I've had a bit to do with him throughout the year, so he's going to do a bit of an interview with me, talk about Wash and a few other things. So yeah, we're going to set up and wait for him to arrive. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, done on both sides, I reckon.
His might be slightly different because of the lens, but I'll make sure it's a single.
Yeah, so it can't get in as close?
No, it can get in as close, okay. But it'll be maybe a bit closer on him.
Okay, that's right. Fine.
How come you didn't play like the forward just stack?
Well, I had APS, and then I got concussed when I was about to play, and then COVID came, so I was going to play the final series. So I just didn't work out. I think that Western game, was pretty cool. I always loved playing alongside him. That was a big reason why I decided to go to Brisbane in the end, to potentially play with him in a couple of years. So yeah, I love playing alongside him. I think in the highlights sort of reflects the connection a little bit, the 1-2s and all that stuff. So that's the fun part of it when the team's going all right. So no, it's always good. Oh, he can definitely hold his own from a footy standpoint, no doubt, and from a sort of one-on-one against opponents. He doesn't need any backing up. He even backs me up sometimes. So yeah, definitely mentor him at times. But I mean, when the game's going, he's good to go, and he's just another teammate. I'll just enjoy it. That's sort of what the first thing that I sort of always push forward to him, just to enjoy it, and then secondly, just to do what you always do and do what you do best. Like, don't go away from what you've always done to be the player that you are. So that's an important thing, no matter who you're playing with or against, what year level, what age, all that sort of stuff. You just do what you do best and don't shy away from that. The sky's the limit for him, I think, and I've always believed that. He's got some really strong physical attributes. Like, he's going to be big and strong, and he's better than me endurance-wise. Like, he's really good. He covers the ground well. His speed's improving. His agility's really good from a physical standpoint, and then he can do it all really on the field. He's good on the air. He's got good burst, good at the contest, good hands. So I think if he just continues to develop all them and just keeps working on a really well-rounded game, yeah, he can develop into anything. I think he's sort of probably similar to Clayton Oliver, I'd say. If he was doing a player study, I'd say he'd sort of try and keep aspiring to be like him. A lot of similarities in their game. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he comes on the next 2 years, and then hopefully he gets drafted, and we'll see how he goes there.
Sure.
Very similar. It's pretty funny how I sort of remember how I was back then and sort of seeing what he's becoming now at the same age. It's pretty similar. So yeah, those sort of similar attributes, trying to be really quick out of the contest and have that turn of foot, which is sort of probably one of my strengths, and then the contested game as well. Just that inside-outside balance, not trying to be too one-dimensional, and have just a lot of strings to your bow like that. And then being versatile, being able to push forward, which is credit to Levi, he did that really, really well. Coming into the 18s program, playing a bit of forward and kicking goals and getting still plenty of it. So yeah, having that versatility when I was back then, sort of playing multiple different positions and succeeding there.
It's the best part of it. Like, I've gone through all this stuff. There's so many examples I could name of how I can sort of pass on and help him better prepare. Because I know, like, I was like that at his age, sort of, and everyone is. You're inexperienced, you don't know sort of how to go about certain things. But now I can sort of, he's getting that experience so young, and I can pass stuff on to him with everything, not just the media. So.
You're from the country
the country
game
last year.
17s, yeah. How was that?
Awesome. Yeah, it was good fun on GMHBA, because I'm a Cats fan, or was, until about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, no, that was good fun playing there, and then sort of shut down straight after that. So that was my sort of core memory of last season. So that was good fun. Bit of like a couple laps. Like high knees, nothing too.
Just doing some recovery here at Danny Foley Centre. Core recovery is a big part of what I try and do. Probably two, 3 times a week. Incorporate a little bit of swimming for some extra cardio as well. So yeah, really enjoy this in the off season, and even more so in the season. So yeah, I think I had a pretty good year, and pretty proud of what I was able to achieve, accolade-wise and team-wise and things like that. So no, it was no doubt a good year, but I think there's still plenty of area, especially maybe in the AFL system, like goes to a whole nother level. And I had a little taste of that at VFL level, but still doesn't compare to what it's really like. So yeah, growth and continuing to get better, and I think I got a really good period over this off season to do that. Like Wayne Cripps, first and foremost, who was the coach, he sort of moved on now to the Giants, but he was one of the best coaches I've ever had, probably the best coach I've ever had, I'd say. And Vic Metro with Jack Davenport, a bunch of different programs. They're probably the main two, and the Lions VFL as well. So those experiences were really awesome for me individually, but I think through Wash, trying to get people into those positions, because I know what it's like and how good it is for your development, football specific, but in all areas of sport, trying to get people into those high level programs so they have the best chance. All right, I'll leave you guys here. This has been a day of my life. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Looking forward to moving up to Brisbane and starting pre-season with those boys. Good luck with everything, guys. Cheers, thanks.